All right, good afternoon and welcome to part 3 of my own little do your whiskey tutorial. Just a little refresher, my wife bought this kit for me for Christmas. It's from Do Your Whiskey. It comes with a bunch of wood chips here at the top, a couple of bottles. You can see I got one here, some metal ice cubes, corks, and filter paper. And then down at the bottom, we've got what they call botanicals, basically something else to add flavor to the bourbon. In the first video, I made this. So this is from Buffalo Trace. I'm sorry, I made this from this. It started as a clear White Dog Mash #1 from Buffalo Trace. I ended up putting it in this bottle. And what I did was I did the America's Sweetheart chips. I did a half a vial. I don't know if you can see, but I did a half a vial of the America's Sweetheart chips, and this is the color that we ended up with. Put some white next to it for reference. This was the color that we ended up with. I added some cinnamon to it from the botanicals here. I think it's this one. Yeah, I added some cinnamon. I mean, not very much cinnamon, just a pinch of cinnamon. So it's America's Sweetheart Oak and cinnamon. And so I've had a few friends that have tasted it, and as it turns out, it is not good. It's not bad, but it's not good. It doesn't taste mature. It doesn't have great flavor to it or whatever. So now in video 2, I made this bottle, which I used an entire vial of dark chocolate chips. You can see it's empty. So I did the dark chocolate, and I said when I came back that I was going to add some coffee beans to it. Dark chocolate and coffee beans. Sounds delicious, right? I'm sure people pay a boatload for something like that at Starbucks, and it doesn't get them drunk. So what we have here now is you can see the difference in the colors. Huge difference in the colors. I'm actually 5 weeks from when I did this. I am not going to sample this. I just don't feel like having any right now. And to be honest with you, a friend put it in perspective. How can you expect something that has been aged for 5 weeks to taste like it's been aged for 5 years? And that makes sense. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm taking responsibility for the lackluster performance of this bottle, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in the rest of the America's Sweetheart chips, first of all. So those are going in there. I'm not going to add anything else to them at this time. It's just going to turn out however it's going to turn out. And at the same time, I'm going to throw in more of this cinnamon. I'm actually going to go to the entire half vial to really just add some of those cinnamon flavor notes to it. So there we go. That unscientifically looks like about a half a vial. So we've got America's Sweetheart and cinnamon in this bottle going back in. And if you've watched any of my videos before, I have a timer at 6 p.m. every day. I go over and I just shake the shit out of the bottles. I have a couple of whiskey glasses that I make sure the cork's on real tight. And I just turn it upside down and let it sit. And then at 6 a.m., when I'm awake, I go back over and I turn it back over in an effort to try to mimic something like a Jefferson's Ocean or whatever. I figure the more surface area that's exposed to the bourbon, the more bourbon is going to absorb some of the flavors. So that's my uneducated theory. Now, as far as this one is concerned, this was the dark chocolate. I'm going to add coffee beans to it. Since I did a full vial ultimately in the other one, I'm going to do a full vial, or I did a full vial of chips. What I'm going to do is, cork doesn't like to come out as well. Yeah, see, it still smells like a clear liquor. So I I guess that's why they have botanicals, because my understanding is botanicals has something to do with scent. So, coffee beans. Just gonna add some coffee beans to this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with the half vial metric. It may not be enough, who knows? But I'm gonna put them in there. And I dropped one somewhere on the craps table. There we go, there we go. There we go. So I still have a half vial of coffee beans left. So this is going to be a dark chocolate and coffee bean bourbon. As you can see, there's obviously more in there because I haven't sampled this one, whereas me and 2 other friends have sampled this one, where I could get some ideas on what I could do better. Again, I believe that mechanical agitation is the best way to try to get some sort of flavor compliance out of this in a timelier fashion. What I'm probably going to do is sit on this for 30 days and maybe sample it then. In the meantime, my next video, I'm just gonna start making Frankenstein recipes. I'm gonna go to Total Wine and pick up more of this White Dog. I live here in Jacksonville, Florida. My wife and I had the wonderful pleasure of going to Manifest Distillery the other day, and I actually spoke to one of the gentlemen there in the hopes that I could get some of these, maybe even 750 milliliters of their clear before they actually put any kind of flavor profile to it. I still have yet to hear back on a decision for that, and I really don't want to make a bunch of Buffalo Trace knockoffs. So I'm hoping I can do something maybe a little bit more local Jacksonville based, or of course, if you're watching these videos and you have any ideas for where else I can find some clear liquor as a base, I'd definitely be interested. So far as I can tell, in going to Total Wine, the Buffalo Trace Mash #1 is pretty much the only one that I can come across. And I don't want to just make a bunch of the same stuff just with different flavors, although that might be the most scientific way to tell if I'm actually making anything good. So I don't know. If you have any ideas, throw them in the comments down there. Otherwise, I'll be back whenever I can get more bottles of this and see what other kind of Frankenstein flavors I can come up with. Have a good day.